A generation of dreamers, awakening dead light bulbs, illuminating ideas, pulverizing paradigms, leaving no standards standing. These things shall be a new generation, like clay in the hands of Kwali pros from Shoinka's pen, a collective mind, dreaming in color, in rhyme, and in depth.
To reiterate, I strongly believe that each and every African must own their narrative and contribute to the larger African story. It is squarely in our interest to do so, and I truly believe that in fact we do not have a choice. No one will tell our stories like we will, in ways that are free of external slants, that are incomplete at best, or malicious at worst.
Welcome to a new generation. Don't blink or you might miss it. Their imagination is boundless, the boundaries infinite space. The idea begins from within, then shoots out of skin onto pavements that pave the way. They are the artist, the canvas, the masterpiece in motion, but they are not just something to stare at. Look close, and you will see that these things shall be a new generation.
At no time in history has there ever been a better time to tell stories. So, write your books, tweet your thoughts, make those TikToks.
These things shall be a new dispensation. This is the butterfly effect, giving wings to possibilities unthought of and expressions yet undiscovered. This is the passing of the torch from those who walked to those about to take flight, to help light their path, to find purpose, to take down glass ceilings and break through walls, to deconstruct narratives and unravel mysteries. This is the first fruit. This is a fruit that blossoms from the synergy between two worlds. They may change this or change that, but they never change who they are. They only redefine it.
Good afternoon. My name is Olatunde Olaide. I am the founder and creative director of Dudu Africa. We specialize in making of and weaving of ashoke, designing of ashoke, embellishments, and every other thing that has to do with ashoke. I got into ashoke business 2017. The wonders of seeing thread becoming clothes and knowing that you are preserving our culture. It's fascinating and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can use ashoke for so many things now. Rugs, bags, tote bags, just name it. Anything. Interior decor. What can't you use ashoke for? Nothing. You get to meet different people from every walks of life. People use ashoke all over. The Igbos use ashoke now. The Hausas use ashoke now. Not to talk of we the Yorubas. It's our own thing. So it has really opened me up. Like for example, there was one exciting person I met through. I got her contact online. She messaged me and she was a Kaduna bride. And I did complete ashoke for her. Her husband wore agbada. And it was beautiful seeing it. And it just gives you so much joy when you do all these things. And it look ancient, but it's beautiful. It's an everyday thing. It's beautiful every day. It cannot be outdated. Despite that, it started in the 15th century. Because there are endless possibilities to what you can do with ashoke. Sourcing for material in the market is actually one of the major steps of getting ashoke weaved and done. After sourcing for materials from the market, if it is metallic yarn you want to use, if it is thread, for example, the project we are working on presently is with cotton thread. So you spin it in twos. Depending on what you want to produce, the pattern you want to produce, it has to do, the calculation has a long way to go in what you want to produce. So you calculate it, count the thread. Probably you spin it in twos, then you set it up on the creed like this, just like we have here on the creed. And after setting it up on the creed, you proceed to warping on the work drum that is at my back here. Depending on how many you want to produce, 2 gele, 2 ipele, whatever you want to do. So this calculation starts from here. Then you proceed to beaming. You beam on the working drum too. After beaming, you proceed to your loom. You place it on the loom and you start drafting. After drafting, you proceed to denting. After then, you dent on the reed. It depends on the kind of reed you want to use. Reed 16, 24, 26, whatever you want to use. From there, you set up, you tie it and you set up to weave. We have 2 major dimensions, warping and wefting. So the one you will set up like this is the warp. The one you are going to be putting inside the shuttle is the weft. It is the weft that will determine the texture, not the warp. The warp is the cloth. The texture, what will determine the texture is the weft. So you start putting in and out. On the pedal, you press and all that. It's beautiful. And you just see those tiny threads becoming clothes. It's actually very amazing. That's opened me to relationships, meaningful relationships. So many of my clients, they eventually became friends. And you get referrals from them because of the satisfying relationship we've had in the past. It's more than business for me. It's like a calling. It's beautiful to do. There are a lot of things we can do with ashoke. It's not limited to events, Yoruba events alone. You can use it to produce so many things. Someone challenged me that there's no way you can make money without soiling your hands in Nigeria. And so I'm out there to prove to that person that you can actually make money, big money. Watch out for me. I'm going to be rich and I'm going to make that money with clean hands, not illegally. So whenever I feel like giving up, I remember that means that person is right. I cannot, if I'm giving up, that means that I have given up on that challenge. I want my story to inspire the young Nigerian youth that they are not ready to actually compromise. They are not ready to bend lower the standard, that you can have values, maintain the standard, and still make a lot of money. The wonders of turning trade into. I love the process, as strenuous as it is. It is very, very interesting and amazing.
There is a certain type of people who don't give excuses as answers. The ones working for more than a seat at a table, so sitting and behaving is not an option for them. They charge in, Guns blazing, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, statement making, status quo breaking. They are the ones who defy the rules while reinventing the wheel. The ones who understand the fine balance between working hard and playing harder. The ones moving together with the confidence of a whole new generation with purpose.
Bro, no vex, man. Cheap. Come on, no vex, I beg. No vex.
No worries. It's okay.
Cheap. I'm sure that one go Dubai.
Damn it.
No vex, I beg. No vex.
Slow.
No vex.
No worries.
Sure you need more. More, bro. Sure that one rich. You need more, man. No vex.
Let's go.
Guy.
No, it's
No
fine.
vex, I beg. See, Nadi, as day for body like that. Still be fresh, boy. Fresh guy. Fresh guy, bad guy. Alpha, I'm a guy who takes up that tell issue that time now.
Bro, guy chop my I learned the hard way. At least now I know that I have to give my tailor heads up.
That's exactly what I had to do as well. Like, if you don't give this people your clothes on time, you chop your eye.
Well, if I want to give tailor clothes on time.
No great thing, no beautiful story was written in a vacuum. It happens when we leave our comfort zone and come together. Beyond the grand celebrations, speeches and bright lights, what you will find are kindred spirits, great minds aligned with similar drive, friendships rekindled with conversations into the late night. And even when it seems destined to end, it doesn't. The party keeps keeping on.
This fabric I'm talking about is kind of like what I'm wearing, but the fabric is different. It's made of wool. The texture is amazing, and the fabric dyeing processing is fascinating too. It's made in Cairo. The color is just, oh my god.
Bayo. So you went all the way to Morocco because of fabric?
Egypt.
I watched a documentary on North Africa one. I think it was mentioned. Test.
Oh darling, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Okuku, Odada. The Odada is what you actually use to arrange your warp. The longest part of your weaving, Akaro, Oko. The Oko is what you use to weave. It goes in and out, and that will give you your weft. That's your weft. Oko is designed like a boot, Oko June. So when you see it, that's actually how it looks like. So that forms the weft of the weaving. I love what I'm doing because one, I don't want the Yoruba culture just like that. You know, it's fading away gradually. So when I see people putting on ashoke, I love it. And apart from that, I'm a dual citizen. So I bring in the design. I'm actually a dual citizen from Ghana. So I bring in the design from Ghana. And I also learned how to make ashoke here in Nigeria.
So I bring the two designs together and it's been wonderful. I remember at the time I was in Ghana with my family. And you know, one thing about Ghanaians is when they see anybody from Nigeria, most especially from the southwestern part of the country, they usually call them Alata. And what's the meaning of Alata? There was a time that the Yorubas went to Ghana and they got to the market and what they said was Arata. What is the meaning of Arata? Everybody kept on asking, I want to buy this. So from there, the Ghanaians started calling the Yorubas Alatafu. Yes, Alata people. What I was wearing, she looked at me and said, no, who you fe? That means this cloth is so beautiful. No, that means it looks like our kente. Me hune you na oyede kente. No, oyede alatasu. That means me looking at it, it looks like kente, and at the same time, it looks like the clothes of the Alata people. So I now had to come in and tell her that, you know, I'm actually a dual citizen, and in the production of what I make, I combine the two designs from the two countries, and that makes it unique. These are some of my samples. This is called razor cut. This is Ojuton Sor. This is Alabe. This is cone to cone. Wire or wire work. This is two-tone. You can see it bringing out two colors. The implication of this is that the warp is blue and the weft is gold. Anytime my product is out, people ask, how do you get this? It's actually the combination of two countries. So I love what I'm doing and I will want it to continue.
How then do you define creativity? To us, it's thus opening up for horizon of happiness to light the way. It is in the rays of the sun. It is in the colors of nature. It is a river of milk and honey, flushing our every senses, overflowing, feeding thirsty mouths, satisfying until we are unsatisfied with mediocrity, reinforcing those who drink from its cup with the belief that they're destined for something better than the present. The gravitational force keeping grounded those who know that being unapologetically yourself is the only way to live freely. The truth is, we don't see things the same. Our power is, we don't see things the same. It's all about trust. It's about our time, mine and yours, side by side, fly like time. If you want to go fast, go alone, they say. If you want to go far, however, farther than anyone has ever been, then go with your tribe. After all, it often takes a village to build the very cities we dream of. So what then is the message? What is it that you want to feel? Delight? Surprise? Love? Connection? You have the ability to gain knowledge, but the way you use it builds intelligence. You have the capacity to harness energy, but the way you focus builds strength.
Looking for the next song to write for you. A black minstrel with a wandering soul. Looking for the next tale to tell to you. Toba gbe mi double or if it leads me to the city, I will follow the song.
How you face fears shows courage. The level of your commitment describes your diligence. How you measure yourself against others demonstrates humility. The principles you uphold will reveal your level of integrity. Your commitment under pressure tells how far you're willing to go.
road, Eri, come on home. Aye, come on home. Come on home. Oh, you spent too long on the road, Eri, come on home. I'm a black minstrel with a wandering soul, looking for the next song to write for you. I'm a black minstrel with a wandering soul, looking for the next tale to tell to you. Tope baby double up if it leads me to the city, yeah. Oh, I will follow the song. Tope baby double through the hills and the valleys, yes. Oh, I will follow the song. But I hear come on home. 'Cause you spent too long on the road, Eri, come on. 'Cause you spent too long on the road.
Are you living up to your potential? Because at the end of the day, what you trust in is what defines you. What are you wearing?
Come on, settle down,